Between Chattanooga and Decatur FC. Welcome inside of Fort Finley. I'm Gabriel Ryan. So glad you're here for what promises to be a thriller. Kickoff underway. Chattanooga wearing their white kits, the black with gold accents on the road for Decatur as this one is pushed out through center field. Lost momentarily. Decatur will now take it away. DFC, a nice strike down the touchline towards the wing. Dribble, dribble, dribble. She's into the area. Bent inside, and this one is going to go off of the glove of Smith and find Twine. 1-0 Decatur FC on the road. They're out in front of the opening minute of play. Decatur with a hot start on the road against Chattanooga Football Club. In a much anticipated matchup, in the first minute, it's Decatur. What a start. DFC leads in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga now with the ball after giving up an early goal. Chattanooga down towards the penalty arc, driven away. Decatur regathers DFC. Long strike of the ball and collected on the center field stripe. Chattanooga's Tillett through traffic leaves it off to the back to Vincent. This one floated across. Taken Chattanooga trying to drive through traffic, a double team. And it's a lot, but she stays on her boots and a nice feed down into the wing. Chattanooga Football Club walking this inside. CFC down to the end line, battled off intentionally by Decatur. Really good defensive effort. Not surprised to see that from Decatur FC. Chattanooga will now deliver the corner. Six-yard box is loaded up. Trailing 1-0, we've entered the third minute. Chattanooga Football Club, long bend over the top, and this one is headed wide. Good look on the set piece. Chattanooga just unable to capitalize. Both clubs on top of the Peachtree Division. Chattanooga has outscored opponents 7-1. That's only the second goal they've allowed all season long, and it was misdirected, trying to help out Maddie Smith, the back line. They pushed it right to her, and the goalkeeper from Omaha missed gloves. That one's in. 1-0 Decatur as we're still in the early stages, and now this one is going to be bombed over into the center portion of the field. Dugout, touchline, Chattanooga, head of steam, looking inside. She's got some space, tries to knife her way around the defender, and it's sent off intentionally again. Good play, crafty stuff down there by Carly Oobs, the defender from Roswell. She plays in the NCAA for the Cincinnati Bearcats. This is her freshman season, appeared in 19 matches, started 18, the most for a freshman on their roster. 1,400 minutes on the pitch, 2 assists, a couple of points. Played the full 96 times. She's from Roswell, Georgia, a very notable prep player. Inside, this is sent away, and Chattanooga can't regather initially. Now it'll be touched out towards midfield where they take it up. Brushed across, Chattanooga Football Club's Vigil. Off and into possession of Decatur. Decatur. Long strike of the ball over the top. Back to gather is Chattanooga Football Club. And kept away expertly from the attacker. Really good rush downfield by Dylan Driver. But Yoneda gets to it first and takes that away. Chattanooga's Yoneda will regather. Driver is there. Dylan Driver is an absolute menace in the wing. They cannot let her get to the ball. This one down towards the touchline, and she's going to be battled off. Good attack. And so the set piece comes for Decatur. Quickly kicked on, Decatur FC, then inside, this one helmeted away initially by Chattanooga. Retaken on the penalty arc, loaded just beyond the wing, and this rolls off. Trying to recollect and just couldn't string it together as the ball finds its way off of the field. Quick throw in, Decatur. Pushed up into the air by Chattanooga. CFC down over the sideline and onto the bench where coach is. Campbell Chapman, 10-year pro side career. He played in England, Sweden, Finland, Malta, Qatar, and came from England to the United States in 1993 to start his coaching career. DFC's driver towards the 6-yard box and gloved by Matty Smith. 6 minute is nearly over with. We're approaching the 7th where it's 1-0 Decatur. What a hot start for this DFC side. Really impressive stuff. Rolls through, pinballing its way all the way to the keeper of Decatur. Honor roll student at the University of Georgia, 2025, will be her sophomore year with the Bulldogs. Nikki able to glove that and get us back underway. Driver run down from behind. Chattanooga's Yoneda hands it off. Flick through vacant space back for CFC. Roping a pass across to the far side, and Decatur nearly takes it down. Battle for it in traffic. Decatur onto the ball. DFC knifes this through traffic. Great feed across to Smith Cathy, the midfielder. The Georgia native down towards the penalty arc, and Chattanooga busted up. CFC all the way through midfield and cut off on the back end, just in front of the Chattanooga FC bench. Chattanooga's Smith way out. Headered by DFC. Driver fights for it. Loose momentarily, and Decatur has it chipped away by Chattanooga to that back line. Vigil across, taken momentarily. CFC will roll this down. Chattanooga's Crockett going to try the far sideline. Through midfield, Chattanooga FC dribbling, and this is set off, but will stay with Chattanooga. Thrown in. And immediately blown dead. 9th minute winding between these two sides. Decatur will take the kick. Quickly on. Chattanooga fighting for the ball. Trying to turn this upfield. Roped across, Chattanooga. Down towards the area. CFC turns the half circle. Vincent rolled over the top. This one rejected by Decatur. Well played by DFC. Black and Gold's driver knifing around would-be defenders. DFC down across, collected by Collier. The defender from Loganville, Georgia, sent it downfield, but Chattanooga takes it away. Really nice couple of plays in a row for Chattanooga FC. They're trailing 1-0. They need to find a way to generate more than just nice plays. And this is going to be a long night for these two sides, a battle for supremacy in the Peachtree. Long feed, Chattanooga down the touchline. It'll roll off before it gets into the wings safely. Barn burner underway in Chattanooga. This is to the keeper, Nicky. The Georgia Bulldog flicks it across. Returned immediately by Maysoon El-Shami. El-Shami's a midfielder who made an immediate impact at the University of North Georgia for the Nighthawks. United Soccer coaches all-region first-team honors in 2022 and 2023. Knifing around would-be defenders, Sidney Thibodeau. The Auburn Tiger goes over the top to the far side. The black and gold gathered just beyond the wing. DFC, nice strike of the ball through traffic. She's into the area, end line out front, touch back door, score! 2-0 Decatur FC. Just like that, they turn another, and what a beautiful series of passes to get that one to go for the black and gold. Decatur leading 2-0 on the road over Chattanooga Football Club in Fort Finley. And Chattanooga is taking a moment, a well-deserved moment, and collecting their thoughts. This has been a firestorm for the Chattanooga side as we're just halfway through our dozenth minute.
Next home match is June 7th for Margaritaville night as the DFC takes on Inter Miami.
Following the score, Chattanooga will have possession again as we played a dozen minutes between these two sides. Pulled across by Chattanooga Football Club. Great strike of the ball through traffic by Dillard. Down towards the corner, it's Tillett, and the former SEC champion can't gather. Sent out. Across by Thibodeau. Driver touches this to Sidney. Long feed across to the circle, and Vincent rejects. Chattanooga, Tillett, long driving feed again to Dillard, down in the corner for Chattanooga, and it's sent off intentionally. Good run to the ball by Decatur, playing well defensively as well tonight. And leading 2-0 as we're just over a dozen minutes into this. So far, all black and gold. What an outing for Decatur FC. Chattanooga Football Club, a set piece coming. Their third already of this young match. Then across beyond the 6, edge of the 18. Nice header, poor placement as it goes right into a waiting defender. Chattanooga will gather on the center field circle. From the close side half circle, bent all the way down. This one stays onside, end line, Chattanooga out front. Intercepted by Decatur and cleared initially. Chattanooga tries to strike the ball. Dribbling inside, right foot miscollected. Floated away by DFC. Chattanooga stumbling as she's harassed from behind. Center field. Chattanooga will try again midway through our 14th minute. Chattanooga Football Club to the end line. This is rolling and off. Good send of the ball. Decatur FC back to their own area. Across and collected by Oops. The defender went forward momentarily. Kathy didn't like it. Long feed, midfield. Decatur harassed by Chattanooga. They've got some room. Chipped down towards the edge of the area. The black and gold, the blown tire as she goes down. Tackled down from behind, and this will go off. Chattanooga will benefit from the goal kick. She wanted the foul. You can hear Coach Campbell wants a foul.
Chattanooga Dental.
That's Coach Campbell of DFCU here talking to the official at the table.
Dental implant, sedation, cosmetic enhancement, or general care, our team takes a custom personalized approach to give you a winning smile.
Decatur. Good setup, just misfired. Nearly had driver on top of the penalty arc, and Chattanooga clears it away. Well, through 1/4 of an hour, it's been all Decatur. Chattanooga must hit the brakes, and they must find some way to shift momentum in this match. Chattanooga around a would-be defender. Nice pass, left off. Dillard, back to her, Tillett. The Tennessee Volunteer goes inside. Chattanooga Football Club returns this. Chattanooga. From the far side, bent over the top and collected out of the air. Took that very well out of the air, and the Georgia Bulldog will now have goal kick. Nicky strikes this out through center field. Chattanooga dumps this. The Chattahooligans are calling Nicky a traffic cone because of her orange kit.
CFC substitution, entering the field number 22, entering the field number 25.
Change on the pitch for Chattanooga.
Number 2, Abby Smart.
Roped over the top. DFC through. Slid by Chattanooga down the center field line. Nearly stolen. Chattanooga keeps it in traffic. Nice possession and dispossessed very well by Sydney Thibodeau. Great strike of the ball by her, nutmegged. Thibodeau plays for the Auburn Tigers, 900 minutes this season as a senior. 21 matches, 11 points on 4 goals. DFC. Nice strike of the ball. Roped over the top, and Chattanooga intercepts. 2-0 Decatur, all black and gold as we're into the 18th minute, closing in on our 19th between these two sides. Chattanooga rolls this across. Tillett fires this down to the end line. Dillard foot race, and it rolls off. Decatur, a sigh of relief in Chattanooga. Nicky ropes this across. Decatur. Down through. Thibodeau out to midfield. Chattanooga takes it away, but only momentarily before it's broken up by Maggie Wadsworth. You're going to want to keep an eye on Maggie Wadsworth today. She has been fantastic. Named a starter right away as a freshman at Miss State. Bulldogs love her. 8 of 18 matches played as a junior in 2024. Scored her first goal of the season at Charlotte. Product of Flowery Branch High School, and she was electric at Flowery Branch. All Conference, U19 Southeast First Team, All-America Prep School Team Honors, most goals at Flowery Branch in school history. Blown dead. Decatur. Walking this out and taking their time, but Chattanooga will take it away. Maddie Smith from on top of the penalty spot. Well placed header. Chattanooga maintains. Went back in from the touchline. Now pushed over. CFC collected out of the air. Decatur rejects. Put to Driver. Unable to gather. Looking down for Maggie Wadsworth and Driver. Driver's from Macon, Georgia. Wadsworth is from Flowery Branch, and those two have been menacing down in that final third of the pitch this season for Decatur. Chattanooga digs this out, left off. Crockett watches it go. Driver to the end line, and she lets it roll off for goal kick. So the set piece for DFC, will come from the close side, and they're going to load up the interior. Already 5 black and gold kits inside of the 18, 1 in the 6. You can see them on the far left top side of your screen. Rolled out, corner of the 18, Decatur back towards the end line, push to Thibodeau. Sidney floats it backside. Smith statues this out of the air, both gloves high. Needed that confidence boost for sure. Maddie Smith, championship pedigree, played with the California Storm, started her NCAA career with Lake Tahoe Community, helped the team to the Final Four, posted 15 shutouts. Spent her sophomore year with University of Nebraska Omaha, joined the Maryland Terrapins for 2 seasons, and wrapped her NCAA career with the Florida State University Seminoles as a 5th-year senior. 23rd minute rolling between these two sides. It's all black and gold so far, 2-0. Chattanooga has been especially proud of completing the top to bottom pyramid for players. We're going to come back to that as Chattanooga bends it inside and it's cleared off by Jasmine Ferguson. Well played by Jazz, Conyers, Georgia product. She plays for LSU. Scored a pair of goals for the Tigers in 2024 after transferring from East Carolina University. 7 goals scored in the NCAA, 15 total points, 4,800 minutes in college soccer for Jasmine Ferguson. Roped across, Decatur. Lost corner, Chattanooga foot race, and this will be protected and roll off. Chattanooga recently completed their youth to pro pathway all the way from the young guys up to the top tiers of professional soccer in America. You can go that distance in the Scenic City. They've recently added their UPSL side, Chattanooga FC2, and expanded into MLS Next. So players will be able to play all the way from the youngest stages of soccer to becoming a full professional and representing Chattanooga against MLS NP sides on the men's side. And obviously our women's pyramid already complete for Chattanooga FC. Our 4th official would like them to wait so you can hear shouting. Thrown in by Chattanooga to let roll back. Dillard doesn't like it. CFC is going to hand it off to Yoneda, who goes back inside. Smith to Crockett. Hits the brakes. Back to the keeper. The Californian leaves it off to Yoneda. Kay is originally from Osaka, Japan. Spent this last season with Arizona Western College. Played in 20 matches and helped the Matadors advance all the way to the JUCO National Championship. Ball's loose, vacant space. Decatur snatches it. DFC tied up battling for it. Knifed away by Chattanooga. Knitting passes in traffic. Chattanooga trying to fight their way through, and it's taken back by Decatur. Carly Bergelt leaves it off to the backside, and Oobs likes Nikki. The Georgia Bulldog distributes. 26th minute, we played beyond 25, where it's 2-0 Decatur. They scored a pair early. Trying to get this through. Chattanooga onto the ball, and we have a dead ball as Crockett appears to be slow to rise. Hopefully she's all right. She was holding the top of her head when she went down, and it appears as though she'll be able to get up under her own power and play on, thankfully. Thankful to see that. Jordan Crockett, a crucial piece for Chattanooga, originally from Park City, Utah. Most recently played club soccer with the Colorado Storm in USL's W League. Helped the team advance all the way to the final in 2024. She also had a decorated collegiate career with the University of Denver Pioneers. She captained the team in 2024 and was named to the All-Summit League first team in 2023, 2022, and more. Very, very decorated for the Pioneers. Here's another look at what happened with Crockett. Just an awkward fall. And we are back underway with a kick by Chattanooga. Chattanooga's football club with Smith. Crockett from just beyond the area rolls it across. Great floater from the penalty arc. Pinched over the top. And taken away by Decatur. Blown dead. Kick coming for Yoneda and Chattanooga. Smith coming out for this. That's Tillett you're seeing on screen. Return battled around in front of the penalty arc, dug away. Long strike of the ball and just a bit too much sauce on this one. Looking for her second of the season. Let it fly with some heat on it. She's been receiving attention all day long in the papers, on social media, and well-deserved. She's a fantastic athlete, and obviously when you call the games, you got to love the best athletes like that bring the action. Tillett makes it so much fun to be here in Finley Stadium, whether you're a fan, a broadcaster, an official, or you're playing in the game. Earlier today, though, my friend Patrick McCoon, a well-known reporter in the Chattanooga land, put out a great story about Tillett and her work at the collegiate level. Tillett, originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, stints with Middle Tennessee State, the Blue Raiders, the Lady Volunteers of the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, helped the Lady Vols win the SEC tournament and scored in the SEC tournament during her time in Knoxville. After her career collegiately, joined professional side Patea in the top tier of Sweden's league. She's been great. Chattanooga Football Club very happy to have her as a key piece of this puzzle. CFC knocking it back and forth. It's Crockett. Crockett's run down. Chattanooga with the ball, and now it's blown dead. Change coming for this Chattanooga side. Juan Hernandez wants to see it.
Hernandez is the boss for Chattanooga Football Club from the touchline. He's a legend, former CFC assistant coach, and known for creating a professional environment and this great national recruitment focus, and it's really bled through on his first roster built for this women's side in the WPSL. Chattanooga's Yoneda will try the far side. Crockett pushes this through the center field stripe, intercepted. Well played by Sydney, who knifes her way around one would-be intercept. We played 1/2 of an hour between these two sides, and it's all black and gold in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 2-0 Decatur leading at Fort Finley. Decatur Football Club through midfield. Chattanooga takes it in. Turning, looking both ways, she'll leave it off. CFC tried to feed that forward and quickly taken by Decatur, who's going to create some trouble. Disrupted, long winding feed. Half circle on the front for Decatur. This one is roped across again. One more connection, looking for that final feed. The black and gold pitch this down into the 18, and Smith covers it just beyond the spot. Good heads-up play by the keeper for Chattanooga Football Club. They really needed to stop one, and midway through the 32nd minute, they do. Confidence plays are going to be key for Chattanooga in that final third as they wind towards the half, trailing by a pair of goals on their home AstroTurf. This one sent through traffic by Chattanooga. Decatur back with it. Spent some time talking with John Nelson today on Soccer Down Here and loved our conversation. He called this field for Chattanooga a home field advantage. And I would say you could argue that. Chattanooga, long pitch down the touchline towards the corner. Chattanooga Football Club, dribble, dribble, dribble alongside the 18-yard box, then out front and hammered away by Decatur. Nice feed inside, but a better play defensively by the black and gold.
CFC substitution exiting the field, number 4, entering the game, number 11.
Chattanooga is going to turn Onique Lolita Mangazuma loose. She's from Edson, Cameroon. Recently made her move to the United States when she joined the Alcorn State University Braves. That was a look at her on screen moments ago. Now the corner for Chattanooga Football Club late in the 33rd. Delivered, bent over the top, skying this one, headed away initially and off by Decatur. So we'll see Chattanooga try the other corner on another set piece. This home field advantage John Nelson talked about, this pitch is football-specific turf. It's 60 ounces. It's a little softer. There's more infill in it than you would want if it were a soccer turf specifically. It has been compacted, and you can see the stripes have been pulled up for soccer season and playing the beautiful game, but the softness of it does affect the ball roll a little bit, in my opinion. Not a scientific opinion, just a thought. Chattanooga, midway through our 34th minute. The delivery, a second set piece in a row. Out front, delivered away by Decatur. Great play defensively. Black and gold trying to keep it rolling. They will from right on top of the penalty arc. Look at her go. Head of steam through center field. Chattanooga intercept. Delivered down the midfield stripe and across the halfway line. Great push. Down the touchline, Chattanooga 3-on-4. She's going to stop and reset. Working backwards, slides this one through vacant space. Knitting passes back and forth on top of the synthetic grass. Taken and floated by Kay Yoneda. Return forward. CFC Sky Blues have this stripped away. The gold kits tried to push that one across. They stay with it. Nice strike of the ball, but Yoneda gets it. Kay Yoneda has been extremely involved in this first half. We're in our 35th minute between these two sides. Quickly back underway. This one is off. Both sides undefeated. 2 wins, no losses, no draws. Chattanooga's backline had conceded just 1 goal in their first 2 matches, now 2 already today. We haven't even reached whiteboard time between these two sides. Decatur has been electric on that side of the ball. They have been very good defensively. Their high-powered offense has broken through twice in the early stages. Whiteboard time is going to say a lot about what to expect the rest of the season for these two. Thrown in, miscollected. Coach Campbell, Coach Hernandez shouting out onto the field. Chattanooga's Chattahooligans giving them a bit of an edge and trying to keep their stride lifted. You can hear them chanting. They have gotten a lot of them today. They're always so fun to listen to. "37th minute is coming. Three changes coming for Decatur FC as well. Chattanooga bends it long, kept away from Anique Lolita, but collected at midfield by Chattanooga again. Sky Blues push this through. Nice strike of the ball, but no one there to take the pass. Coming on now for Decatur FC, we're going to see number 11, number 20, and number 21. So we'll see Maysoon El-Shami.
You have to wait.
We're going to get a look at Smith Cathy. This is our 4th official you can hear.
What's happening?
74 Decatur FC now on the field.
Scratch that. That is one of our players. That is Dylan Driver, who is coming back in place of Kathleen.
17. What number are you going for?
Giselle Daniels from Troy University, the forward wearing number 20 for Decatur. Dylan Driver, so much fun to watch her play. She's so great for the Auburn Tigers. You'll see her check in momentarily wearing number 17. She's got some size, electric athleticism. Clearly well-mannered as well. Chattanooga Smith across to Jordan Crockett. Long feed down the touchline. Chattanooga Football Club. 4-on-4. CFC leaves it off. Down the touchline again towards the corner. Chattanooga Football Club out towards the spot. She's got it. 6-yard box loose. End line. Couldn't keep it alive as this one rolls off. They'll keep the ball with Chattanooga Football Club, but unable to maintain possession. This one going the way of Decatur. 39th minute arrives. 2-0 Decatur Football Club leading in Chattanooga. 7 minutes left in regulation in our first half between these two sides in what has been a very hotly contested match. Big collision on the halfway circle. Chattanooga will benefit from the kick. They need that. They have really struggled to get quality possessions in the final third. Crockett will take over with the ball. Sent long, touchline. Back towards the area, along the edge of the 18-yard box. Chattanooga filtered that inside and hammered off of the field by the black and gold. Sky Blues looking to push it on again. Scenic City. And the Metro Side Club again pushes this off, so another set piece comes for Chattanooga's Football Club. They trail by a pair as we've nearly finished regulation on our first half. 5 minutes left to play in half number 1 between Chattanooga and Decatur. There's a look at Tillette, who is standing by. She'll take the feed. Hannah bends this out front and directed away by Decatur. They're going to keep it rolling their way. Out to the center area of the pitch. Chattanooga will have to reset. CFC's WPSL side battling in the Peachtree Division against Decatur Football Club, and one of the best matches you're going to see all year in the WPSL. Dominance on the line. This one pushed to the area. Couldn't collect initially. Chattanooga does have it on the end line. Brush down to the side of the field. This one over the top and off. Chattanooga. Corner coming. .41st minute, 2-0 Decatur. Chattanooga bends it, 6-yard box. The header has a lot of sauce on it. This sails over the top and off. Ball back with Decatur FC. Goal kick for Nicky, the Georgia Bulldog. Through. Decatur, 18, chipped off by Crockett. Decatur will take advantage of the set piece. Giselle Daniels from Troy to deliver. Black and gold towards the spot. Headed away initially, in trouble. Decatur tried to pitch that back into the area. Battle for it on the edge of the wing. Roped across, down to the 18-yard box. Great feet inside, intercepted by Chattanooga and pushed away. Retaken very swiftly by Smith Cathy. Tried to go back inside. Chattanooga's on the move. And she goes down as that rolls into the scorer's table in our crowd mic. Another change for Chattanooga's football club. We're going to see Yonaha come off. Looks like Brady Livingston, the forward from Knoxville, Tennessee, a CFC Academy standout coming in. Chattanooga, nice move. This one is directed off. They'll throw in. Drawn immediately by Anik Lolita Mangazuma. Kaylee Smith, the midfielder, originally from Corpus Christi, Texas, threw that in. Trying to air this out. Chattanooga fighting for it. Halfway circle. CFC down the midfield line. Backwards to Smith. Chattanooga. Pitch and catch. You can hear Coach Campbell shouting out to his players. Hammered over the top. Chattanooga finds Anik. Lolita Mangazuma driving down the sideline, trying to push that around one defender, Carly. Oops, and it's busted up by Decatur. 43rd minute rolled into the 44th. We're halfway through that. Final minute of regulation in this first half looming. Chattanooga throws in towards the end line. This is off. And it really feels like Decatur has had their foot on the gas this entire first half. Chattanooga must find a way to get back into this. Probably not going to happen in regulation of half number one, though. 45th minute is here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Decatur steps around Anik. Rolled across the front of the area. Black and gold. Down the touchline, taken. Nice move. Stepped around one would-be intercept. They floated all the way down to the opposing wing. Chattanooga will cut it off. Has it stolen in front of the area. Dillon cuts her way around the defender. Down to the end line, trying to feed this over the top. Double teamed now. Driver stays with it. Left off, touchline again. Decatur FC knifing her way down along the wing towards the corner. Rolled through vacant space, back out front of the wing. Hammered over the top. Decatur watches as this is pushed away. I'm being told we'll see 4 minutes of stoppage time on this first half as we've nearly played 3/4 of an hour between these two sides. And Decatur watches as this goes all the way back to the Georgia Bulldog goalkeeper, who has to float us back out to midfield. And we are into stoppage time on this first half. Another change coming.
Number 54, Decatur FC.
I believe we're going to see Oobs come off for
Now entering the field, number 8.
Anaya Collier.
Number 8, Carnegie.
Floated on. Decatur to Jordan. Take it down, and that'll stay with Decatur. Dylan Driver, Jordan Crockett come together with force. They get tangled up. Ball will stay with Decatur. Behind the halfway circle, Decatur. Rolled that across. Chattanooga puts it back. And lost by Decatur. Chattanooga will throw in quickly. Moving down the field, Kaylee Smith throws this on. Anik can't stay with it. Decatur gathered in front of the Chattanooga bench. Hernandez watches as she dribbles against two would-be defenders. Chattanooga fights it away, but it's too much hand fighting for a referee. You could hear Campbell ask Collier, hey, do you want it? She said yes. There's the strike of the ball. And line it off. Freebie for Chattanooga's football club. '48th minute. Halfway through it, 2-0. Decatur in the lead. Knocked over the top. Roped over the top again. This time it'll go with Decatur. We played 3 minutes of stoppage time. They called for 4. Decatur and Chattanooga jostling their way down the sideline. This is off. Chattanooga quickly throws into the area. CFC pitched it over the top. End line, she's trying to gather. Double teamed, harassed. Chattanooga out front towards the spot. Just inside of the right of the penalty arc. Blasted. This one from the 6-yard box. Loose header, too much. Anik Lolita Mongazuma was alone on the 6-yard box and struck it with too much force. This one sails. And that is going to do it for our first half of action between these two sides. In Chattanooga, Tennessee, after one half, it is 2-0 Decatur Football Club. The black and gold leading the Scenic City Chattanooga FC. A very exciting first half of action. We'll have highlights when we come back for our second half. Don't go anywhere. Pro Side Soccer will return. Welcome back inside of Finley Stadium. You saw your first half highlights. Our second half coming shortly. 2-0 Decatur FC leading Chattanooga after one half of play as we are ready to go with our second half. Gabriel Schreigladger with us in the Scenic City between the black and gold and sky blues. Decatur will start second half with possession. 3/4 of an hour left to play, and Decatur leading by a pair of goals. Decatur will throw in. Ali Plano taken away immediately. Anik can't get to it in time. Halfway circle. Gathered again by the black and gold. Bryant pitches this back and forth. Jasmine Ferguson across. Long strike by Decatur, taken by Chattanooga. Dylan Driver couldn't get it up in time. Smith now on top of the ball from the spot. Rolled across to the edge of the area. Chattanooga watches as this is taken away, down deep along the touchline. Plano inside and hammered away by Chattanooga. I've spotted Chattanooga Football Club legend Richard Dixon in the stands. Hello to Richard. Ball back to the touchline where Chattanooga will throw in. 47th minute about to close into the 48th. CFC loses this prime spot for Decatur. Plano throws it in the wing. Chattanooga harassing her. Alley able to stay with it. And taken down with a beautiful tackle. Ball is pushed off by the former SEC champion. Carly Borgelt will throw in. To the corner, Chattanooga. Plano pushes this towards the 6, and Smith is run down as she gloves the ball. Goal kick, Chattanooga. Smith rolls this across. Pulls the stoppie, and after hitting the e-brake, Chattanooga will try the other side. CFC, the white and blue kits, out to center field. Dribbled, collected initially, and now stolen away by Decatur. Black and gold, knifes around one would-be intercept. From midfield, she's looking, surveying, knits a pass down to the edge of the area, and Decatur couldn't deliver that. Chattanooga will throw in. Thrown in. Decatur to the end line. Borgelt pushed that across, and Chattanooga will throw in. The Texan goes to Reese McDermott. Chattanooga again. This time towards the wing. And cleared off. Decatur will throw right back in.
We want to hear your voice. Let us know by scanning the QR code on the billboard or around the stadium.
Micah Bryant throws in. Off again. Intentionally by Chattanooga. Push to midfield. Chattanooga keeps it rolling, and Decatur returns. Anik, Lolita Mongezuma with the ball momentarily. Halfway circle, Chattanooga flicks this across through vacant space down to the sideline. CFC with a head of steam down to the 18-yard box. Dribble, 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 end line, fires, gloved by the Georgia Bulldog, Nicky. Great save down inside, preventing a prime scoring chance. Chattanooga with a steal. Great intercept. Can they capitalize? They're trailing 2-0. We're in our 51st minute of play, just getting started with our second half. Both clubs undefeated, 2 wins, no losses, no draws. Chattanooga free and running in the area, centering feed, blasted away by Decatur. Great play defensively by the black and gold.
Back by popular demand, Chattanooga Football Club Summer Street Night is back. They offer the most flexibility for you, your friends, and family to enjoy summer soccer in the heart of the South Side.
Thrown into the end line. Little baby bump. Carly Oobs takes that well. Able to protect the ball. And so it'll be goal kick. Decatur fought that away. Smith-Cathy delivered. Plano over the top of Anik. Decatur backwards. Ferguson, the LSU Tiger, trying to air that out, and it rolls off. Late in our 52nd minute as it boils into the 53rd. Chattanooga Football Club all the way on the back. Look out for those forwards. Those are dangerous strikers. Trailing the ball is Dylan Driver and Maggie Wadsworth. Around Wadsworth. Chattanooga stays with it. Touchline. Kept away from Plano. This is off. Chattanooga will throw in from right in front of the Chattahooligans. CFC just inside along the 18, left off. This one fired, and she is run down. Jasmine Ferguson, the Tiger, lets her have it. So another corner for Chattanooga's football club.
Play games and win prizes all season long.
Hannah Tillett, the Tennessee Volunteer, the former Blue Raider. Tillett strikes floating backside. This one hammered away. Well played by Decatur, but the whistle sounds immediately on the collision, and we'll have to reset. You can hear Butler, the associate head coach of Chattanooga Football Club, shouting out to Hannah Tillett. She says, Hannah, see if you can put it in the sticks. You're going too far. Delivered, Anik. Lolita Mongezuma has some room. This one dished right to the waiting boots, and intercept by Ellie Plano. '55th minute is boiling. Ball pinballed around, roped over the top, off. The Texan will throw in. From in front of the Chattahooligans. Love Breezy. Andrew Breezy, the one leading. This one rolled midfield. Decatur, great pass. Lots of room. She goes down. Awkward loss of footing for Decatur. They'll try again. Taken from Chattanooga. trying to keep this away from Dillon. Last thing they want to do is give that to Driver. Pushed across. This one, Skeeters, hops, bounces, and rolls off. We are 10 minutes into our second half in the 56th minute. 2-0 Decatur, no action since those two early scores. Chattanooga had only allowed one goal in 2 matches entering tonight, and Decatur's offense flashes their hand immediately, scoring a pair. Since then, silence. Whiteboard time seems to have not changed much. These two feel like they are playing a slow game of cards. Through Decatur, out front, onto it, and with the ball is Sydney. Floated down the top of the turf. She gets it right back. Chattanooga, defensive shell, long strike, and this one redirected as it rolls off over the end line. Chattanooga will have to face the set piece. The corner will come. Decatur, then over the top, nearly collected. It's loose, fire. This one loose in the air. Header down in front of the 6 by Chattanooga, trying to collect on the spot. Floated, hammered this one wide left. Chattanooga will let it go for goal kick. Dangerous, dangerous couple of seconds for Chattanooga Football Club, who already trails by a pair in Tennessee. As you can see, Chattanooga making a change. That's Brady Livingston. From midfield, this pinball's around. Decatur after it. Chattanooga taken away. Wadsworth and Driver trailing the ball. Roped across the area. Chattanooga. Pursued by Wadsworth. Midfield. She is thrown to the turf. Chattanooga will have the kick from midfield, right on top of the line. Long strike of the ball, this one to the penalty arc. Headed initially, loose end line. Chattanooga has it knocked away. They're going to regather outside of the 18-yard box. CFC rolls this through vacant space. Picked up, touchline, Chattanooga on top of it. White and blue kits bend this towards the area. Recollected, corner of that 18-yard box. Dribble, 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 knifes her way inside. Bent down low. This is hammered over the top by the black and gold. Set piece comes. Chattanooga. Hannah Tillett will go to the corner, and you heard Butler, the associate head coach, moments ago. She shouted out and said, listen, you have to get this between the sticks, Hannah. Can she do it? Tillett. A moment of silence. Right now the area loaded up. 5 white kits inside. Decatur, a defensive shell. There is a 6th white kit in the 6-yard box. Tillett signals, steps, fires. This one floating down in front. Centered up. This one headed and finds the back of the twine. Chattanooga gets one back. 2-1 in the Scenic City. Oh, baby, what a score for Chattanooga Football Club. Tillett perfectly delivers that right out front. Between the sticks, it's hammered, it's helmeted, it scores. Unreal. It is going to be the 4th of the season. Reese McDermott, the forward from Houston, Texas, finishes it off. There's another look. She's out front. That might have been a neat. Take another look at this. Unreal. Chattanooga gets one back. We have played 1 hour between these two sides. It's 2-1, Decatur leads. A half of an hour left to go in the Scenic City from Fort Finley in an absolute barn burner in WPSL Peachtree Division play. Anik Lolita Mangazuma nearly pushes that through. Decatur takes it away, halfway circle. Stripe, stolen, Chattanooga, roped, lasered, penalty arc, knocked away, rattled through vacant space, Chattanooga again. Lofted across, down to the area, somehow gets it through, 18-yard box, Chattanooga right stick, no one there, regathered in the corner. CFC loses this over the touchline. Decatur has had enough. The black and gold sense that Chattanooga is cooking with gas down in this final third now. Decatur's got to be careful. Chattanooga's looking hot all of a sudden. This is Kaylee Smith, midfielder from Corpus Christi, Texas. Plays with the Texas State Bobcats. Smith floats it over the top, knocked away through the air twice. Decatur watches. Chattanooga regathers the Texan along the edge of the area. Stolen, roped down the field across the sideline. Chattanooga will throw in from right in front of Campbell in Decatur's bench. Long feed to the wing, knocked away through the air. They gain a couple of yards and they'll throw in again. On the corner of the area, taken Decatur. What a strike of the ball. They have certainly had enough. And watch out for Miss Dylan Driver, who pursues. Driver just off of the ball, watches carefully as it ropes back and forth, knitting paces. This is off. Long toss, Decatur. Aerial play sent forward for Chattanooga, but taken back on a nice intercept. Roped, Driver looking inside. Decatur, the black and gold, towards the penalty arc, taken by CFC. Scenic City rolled across. Aerial play is off. Juan Hernandez controlled, and he'll hand it off to Plano. Couple of changes coming for Decatur. Long toss into the wing, pushed away by Chattanooga. Decatur still fighting for it, and this is away. Good aggression. Giselle Daniels got after the ball. A little bit of keep away played by the Scenic City. We'll see another change.
CFC substitution exited the field number 27. Now on the field number 23.
And so coming off is Yonaha. Billie Jean Davies comes into the match for Chattanooga, the defender from Manchester, England. She's out of West Virginia State. Chattanooga back in a defensive shell. They're parking the bus here. 65th minute is halfway over. It's 2-1 Decatur lead. And Decatur has already scored more goals in this one match than Chattanooga had allowed in their first two of the season. Black and gold out front. Chattanooga collects. They'll blow it dead. Decatur has looked really, really good in Southeast Tennessee. Chattanooga got one back off a nice set-piece delivery. Tillett went out front. Mongezuma, Reese McDermott onto the ball, able to push it into the twine. Chattanooga, center field, goes backwards. Try roping this back and forth a couple of times, still trying to buy a buck's worth of space. Can't get any land. Chattanooga for some real estate. A little bit of room. Stepped away from a pair and left off. Lifted. Goodbye. Change coming for Decatur. Butts has come onto the field. She's a Florida Gator, 3 assists, led the Gators in 2024, appeared in all but one match. Her first start came against Oklahoma. And Butts has been so good. She plays for the Jamaica senior national team, played in a pair of international friendly matches against Chile in February of 2024. Played the entirety of both matches at outside back. Decatur finesses that through. Knocked away. Maggie fighting for it towards the corner, and this rolls off. Corner again, Maggie battles this as it rolls off. Goal kick. I've been told that Randy Douglas is tuned into tonight's match. Randy Douglas, celebrated, decorated coach. More on him in a moment. This is sent inside. Decatur hammered, cleared away by Chattanooga. What a save down deep in the 6-yard box. My goodness, get her a pair of gloves. Chattanooga through midfield, collected and stopped. Randy Douglas, formerly the head man, the boss for this side, did a wonderful job. Big fan of Randy, his leadership style. Runs a wonderful, wonderful program. Almost 3 decades with the Skyhawks of Point University. There's another look at that save. Great clear away. Decatur able to get a quality chance, but Chattanooga makes an incredible highlight reel save. 69th minute is halfway over, 2-1. Chattanooga trailing to Decatur. Black and gold have this chipped away. CFC, long, roping, winding feed. She strikes it around end line. Chattanooga looking backside. No one's there. Rolls through the area. Foot race to it. Chattanooga can't get to it in time. It's struck off intentionally by Decatur. And so a prime chance in the final third for CFC. Scenic City setting up down in the 18-yard box. There's a look. Thrown in by the Texan. In the 18, fights it, end line, tried to rope this out front, and it's off. Good attempt, sells out fully, but couldn't deliver that one out front. battled around. Fighting this down the sideline, taken by Chattanooga and pushed off by Decatur. Both clubs say they've got possession.
Chattanooga fans give it off 5 minutes before the last call for alcohol. Alcohol sales end at the 75th minute of the match. Next, encouraging you to drink responsibly. Don't be nasty. Call the taxi. Now on the field for CFC, number 27, Renee Yonaha, number 15,
Midfield, halfway circle, pushed across for Decatur. This is going to go off over the touchline. Just double checked with our Director of Communications for Chattanooga Football Club, Hayes Creech. I wanted to make sure we had our scores correct. Crockett scored that first minute goal. Driver Dillon buried that in the 12th, and McDermott is the one credited with that header. End line, fight for it, and battled off. Really, really well played by Decatur. How about that? Goal kick. And number 26 is in the match right now for Chattanooga Football Club, and I plugged it a lot last time out, but super cool to see this. Playing on the WPSL side, they have reached the top of the pyramid. On the professional side, Chloe Reeves, a Chattanooga Football Club Academy product, is wearing number 26. And on the pitch right now for Chattanooga Football Club, I love to see that. I think that's so cool. And it proves that Chattanooga is dedicated to taking these players from homegrown products, young kids, and raising them all the way to play in the WPSL through their own ranks. Chattanooga moves this around just behind the midfield circle. Loose, fake in space, knits a pass across. Chattanooga ropes this one down towards the sideline, looking for that final pitch down towards the 18. Tried to nutmeg the defender, and it's stolen away, dribbling the black and gold. They've got this on the move. Nice little head of steam. Across. Look at her go. Creating space where it doesn't exist. Bang! Off of the left stick. Look out. Nearly able to bury that as it's cleared away. 73rd minute, 2-1. Decatur nearly made it 3-1. What a strike of the ball. Maggie Wadsworth comes off. Say hello to Kathleen. She's from Lilburn, Georgia, plays for the Wildcats of Kentucky in the NCAA. Thrown in, down near the end line. Decatur dribbling this towards the edge of the wing, floated to the penalty spot. Black and gold, watch this go through. Chattanooga, 6-yard box, chipped away. CFC just able to get this out. Hannah Tillett, the former SEC champion. Long outlet feed, head of steam for Chattanooga. Can she beat this final defender? Knifing, dribbling into the area towards the end line. CFC out front, no one there. It rolls through the 18-yard box. All the way to the far sideline. This one is back to the black and gold of Decatur. Knocked away, loose, and now the violation. Big thanks to Hayes Creech for feeding me the confirmation on the scores and the Academy product. Hayes is the best in the business, hands down. Does such a wonderful job for Chattanooga Football Club, and the level of dedication you have to communicate everything from top to bottom for a franchise, a club, a front office, a community like this. He's big on it. He loves this work. 74th minute, about to give way to the 75th in a 2-1 match. Decatur leading by a goal in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Just over a quarter of an hour of regulation left to play between these two sides. As you can see, a change down alongside the field. El Shami is back in. Maysoon, very good footwork. Set piece coming for Decatur. They're looking for a put-away goal. This would make it an impossible comeback feat for Chattanooga. The set piece delivered, floated short. This one just in front of the 6. Loose for a moment. Chattanooga trying to regather. Pushed out front of the 18. Sent to the corner of the area. She's got it in the wing. Struck to the spot. Headed through traffic. Loose, vacant space. Floated across. Take it up. Black and gold Decatur roping this down into the wing again. Trying to knife around a would-be defender. And this is off and with Chattanooga. They needed that break badly. Rolls through to the backside. Roped over the top. Pen balls around Chattanooga. Reese McDermott. Gathered, rolled across Chattanooga over the top of the halfway circle. Floated. No one there in the corner as this is off, and goal kick for Decatur. Kathleen Gulafok played for Gwinnett Soccer Association, All-State Honors. Played for Parkview High School for the Panthers of Parkview. 54 goals across 3 years of high school. Her sister, Sussy, plays basketball at Rice University. Big thanks to the one and only John Nelson of soccer down here. Brought me on the podcast today. Feeding me hits during the match. Appreciate it, my friend. El Shami. Nice feed by Maysoon. She finds none other than Gulafok. Sent into the air. Tillett, handoff. Chattanooga backwards. 77th minute is moving really quickly, closing in on our 78th in a one-goal match. Chattanooga is running out of time to stage a comeback. Even a draw in this match would be massive for both of these clubs. Decatur is looking to slam the door on this season. Long delivery. This one through. Chattanooga Football Club. Roped across to the touchline. Just beyond the wing, the Texan from Corpus Christi. Smith floats it down into the 18-yard box. Again over the top and easily gloved by the keeper. Gets under that, falls onto it. Big save by Nicky. Helped Downtown United of the WPSL to their undefeated season and was the captain of NYSC. Very talented goalkeeper, New York Soccer Club and Brooklyn Technical High School in New York. Led the WPSL side to a New York City championship in 2022. Chattanooga, wing. She'll stop. Smith, what a move. Turns, looks, wants to deliver, instead midfield. CFC, Gulafok there, narrowly disrupted. Chattanooga. Long winding feet over the top. Tillett watches as this rolls by. 79th minute. Say goodbye and say hello to our 80th minute of play. Just over 10 minutes left to go in regulation as we have played 1 1/4 hours. Chattanooga pushes this back towards the area. Decatur from the midfield circle. Chattanooga to the penalty arc. 80th minute. Back and forth they go on top of the area. So both of these clubs, if you're just joining us for a close game alert here, certainly very much worthy of one. This one is over the top towards the area. And Nikki Badoon comes out and gathers. Both of these clubs undefeated. Chattanooga had only allowed 1 goal in 2 matches before tonight. 2 in the opening dozen minutes of play. 1 in the first, 1 in the 12th. Crockett scored first, followed by Dylan Driver. Chattanooga responded with a header by Reese McDermott midway through the second half of regulation. Chattanooga back in a defensive shell. Here come the black and gold. Long strike and gloved by Smith. Matty gets onto the ball. What a save by the goalkeeper from Omaha, Nebraska in our 81st minute. Somebody is looking to drastically change the landscape of their season. All with the last 10 minutes of regulation in this match. Obviously, you're not counted out statistically by any means if you lose tonight. But it goes a long way towards locking up the Peachtree Division and making a national appearance. Chattanooga. Tillett leaves it off into the area. Collision, she's got it. 18-yard box right side, striking onto the ball. Nice save again by Badoon. Rolls through. Gulafak can't reach it in time as it goes all the way through to Smith. Chattanooga through midfield. Center field circle. Tillett goes down. Referee, quick words, and we play on. Taken just beyond the area by the black and gold. Decatur midfield, down the touchline, and DFC has the ball towards the corner, looking inside for that feed, down to the end line, and this one off. Chattanooga, goal kick. Couple of changes coming. Chattanooga sends on Dillard. We also see Wadsworth come back into the match of the black and gold. And Driver. Watch out for Dillon. Dillon, the Auburn Tigers, scored in our 12th minute. Key member of the explosive offense on the SEC side. Auburn Tigers, 14 points, 3 goals this last season. She's been electric. Chattanooga in midfield. Miscollected. Thrown in. Maysoon puts that on. El Shami gets it back. Around a would-be defender. Chattanooga turning circles. Roped towards the final third. This one rattles around. Decatur down onto the edge of the wing. 84th minute, grows tired. We're about to leak into the 85th. Chattanooga gathers on the backside. They desperately need the score in regulation. We've had so many great fans tune in tonight. Members of the media, Randy Douglas, the former coach, watching. Big collision, lower the shoulder. Chattanooga will take the kick from in front of their own bench. Campbell is incredulous. Hernandez is incredulous. Will play on. Long delivery over the top for Chattanooga, just beyond the area. Roped out front, controlled, pinball, rattles off. We'll see another throw-in for Chattanooga. Quickly, towards the area. El Shami, knifed away, black and gold, DFC, what a move. Step through traffic. Gelt left it off. Chattanooga gathers at midfield. 86th minute. Down the touchline. And Smith bends it to the penalty arc where it's cleared by DFC initially. Scenic City has it taken away. Long feed. This is all the way back to Smith, who will reset for Chattanooga. In addition to so many members of the media like John Nelson who have tuned in and spent their evening with us, Randy Douglas, Decatur FC superfan, probably the biggest Decatur FC fan, Patty, is tuned in tonight. Patty, thanks for joining us and all the love for Decatur. Appreciate you and your support. Down across the midfield stripe. Just beyond the center portion of the pitch. This one driven over the top deep into the wing. In trouble, Chattanooga, the slide tackle sent off out from under the boots of Maysoon. El Shami's been so good in her career. University of North Georgia Nighthawk. Just unable to put something together as we enter our 87th minute between these two sides. Chattanooga trailing by a goal at home to Decatur FC. Decatur has drawn 2,500 to their first two matches. They have just been electric. So much fun to watch them succeed and bring a community together the way they have. Thrown on, danger close for Chattanooga. They get it out of the area. Down just beyond that final third. Cuts inside, long strike of the ball over the top. Arcing through the field, vacant space. Here comes Chattanooga. 3-on-3, too close behind to the right side. This is left off, and this one is going to roll off of the pitch. Chattanooga, Kaylee Smith. The Texas State Bobcat. The change for CFC. Reeves, the academy product, is on late. Love to see it. Reeves is going to be the one who will watch this go by. Chattanooga pitched it back to Smith, and it's misfired. Ball goes free to Decatur. Black and gold will throw in. It's Ali Plano. DFC through midfield. 88th minute, it is growing late. 89th coming. Chattanooga is dealing with a shorthand of cards at home. CFC over the top through midfield, miscollected initially. DFC drives this back, and they've got it all the way to Badoon. Out of the area, taken down, skied over the top, free and running. Decatur to the ball. DFC could be a chance. Smith back between the sticks, fires loose and couldn't put a good shot onto the ball. Just unable to get authority on that strike. It remains 2-1 Decatur. 89th minute is halfway over. Buckle your seatbelts. This one still hot and racing down the line to the finish. Chattanooga from the center portion tries this over the top. Loose, vacant space, race to it. Decatur gets to the ball near the touchline off. In front of the Chattahooligans. Thrown in quickly, driven away from the area. Chattanooga will recollect. Struck over the top, penalty spot, backside of the six, misfired. Couldn't put that on the sticks. It's off. Goal kick, Badoon, 90th minute is here. We have nearly played 1.5 hours of regulation between Chattanooga and Decatur. Well, if you draw up a perfect match for a Tuesday night barn burner and an instant classic in the Peachtree division, this is pretty much what it looks like. This is a great, great showdown we've had. So glad you've been with us for all the action. If you're with us on Chattanooga FC's YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe and follow the club on social media at Chattanooga FC. Be sure to follow Decatur FC on Instagram and Facebook. Two excellent clubs that are changing the shape of soccer in the WPSL's Southeast Division, the Peachtree League. Over the top, 5 minutes of stoppage time coming, so a big hand of cards given to Chattanooga to play with. They're going to need every one of those 5 minutes, trailing by a goal at the end of regulation. We played 1.5 hours, and there's our signal. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Decatur is going to become professional time wasters down the stretch. They have to find a way to burn out this clock. In Decatur, maybe they won't. Steps around one defender towards the penalty arc, strikes to the left side, and gloved by Smith. She brushes it away and collects. There goes 30 seconds for Decatur. Up and harassing her. She'll toss this long. Midfield, Chattanooga. From behind the line. Well placed, but it's stolen out of the air. Circle, battle, Chattanooga. Run down. Look out. Chattanooga will kick quickly. You can see the urgency, playing like they've got a game to win, and our first yellow card shown.
Yellow card caution issued for Decatur FC number 7.
Roped down the touchline, deep in the wing. Chattanooga to it in the corner. Set out front of the 6. Headed away initially. Decatur watches Chattanooga miscollects. Loose in front of the area. Through vacant space. Pass was knitted back. This one floated over the top. Left of the penalty arc. Chattanooga racing to the ball. Trying to touch it to herself. And sent away by Decatur. Look at the power. What can you do against that back line? Chattanooga down the sideline. It's off. Last touched by the black and gold. CFC will throw in. Decatur back in her defensive shell. We've already played almost 2 minutes of stoppage time. Floating penalty arc. This one, she was on her like a backpack. This one through the corner of the area. Chattanooga fights for it. End line. Decatur clears away. Just in front of the Chattahooligans, still on the pitch. Decatur knifing away at this. Kept away from Smith expertly by Plano. Ball's off, throw incoming. Almost 2.5 gone in stoppage time. Again, they called for 5. We played 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All 90 minutes of regulation in the rearview mirror. Aerial play, roped end line. This one's still on. Chattanooga can't get to it in time. To Decatur FC this goes. And Badoon, a sigh of relief, as this will give her an opportunity to make some magic happen. Goal kick. She needs to waste as much time as she can here. Does a decent job, sells it well. Sent long. Chattanooga takes it out of the air. Played past one defender, now 2 and a third. Ropes this out to the midfield circle and stripe. From center field, Chattanooga back with it. 3:11 gone in stoppage time. Clock burning quickly. Roped over, Decatur watches as Chattanooga will go back after it. Keeper. In trouble, struck away from Chapman. Chapman suffered the first yellow card of the match. Played in the NCAA, Georgia State. Redshirt freshman from Miami, Ohio. Her dad is coach, played professionally, as you know. Grandfather is Sam Chapman. He played professionally for Portsmouth and Mansfield. Towards midfield, just behind the circle. Looking for Dylan Driver, and that was almost a bad moment for Chattanooga. They've got about a minute left to play with in stoppage time. It'll take a tall order. Chattanooga gets to it from midfield. Over the line. Back to the touchline. Smith well played. Away from Driver. Dylan in pursuit. Great delivery through vacant space. Knits a pass across. She's going to rope it long, skying this out for Chattanooga and headed away by Decatur. CFC regathers. Trying to strike it through. Digging at this, shoveling at the ball in the dirt. This one down through center field. Taken by Chattanooga. 4 minutes, 45 seconds played in stoppage time. They called for 5. Chattanooga fights for it. Roped away. Loose, pinballing around. CFC runs down a would-be thief. And so the whistle sends the ball with the black and gold. And that's 5 minutes of stoppage time, so we can be done at any second. Decatur probably has just locked this up, a 2-1 victory. Chattanooga needs a miracle. Decatur down the field looking for Dylan Driver. It's off. CFC will throw in. 5:20 played in stoppage time. Chattanooga bends this. And not going to have time for one final rush, as this one is locked up by Decatur FC in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The club that has broken attendance record after attendance record takes a massive victory on the road in the Scenic City over Chattanooga Football Club. Their undefeated start is snapped and comes to a close tonight at home. And what was a fun, well-contested match. Congratulations to Decatur Football Club on their 2-1 victory in WPSL play. Just an all-around fun match. And excited to check out the highlights from today's match. Let's step aside and look at those. I'll walk you through them. And here's our recap of today's match. It all started with that one. Look at that score. Way back in the opening stages, Driver. This one came down inside, hammered away. Chattanooga created a great scoring chance. She recollected, sent it down towards the spot, and cleared by Decatur.